Please show me an hour with Valentino and Joe Pay. New York Guinea is on the loose. New York Guinea is on the juice. New York Guinea is all the truth. Please enjoy our show and maybe your masseuse is listening too, so give her a splooge. Gregg and Joe, Joe and Gregg, Joe and Gregg, Gregg and Joe. I can't come up with any lyrics, so just start the fucking show, bro. And let's hope our two guineas aren't a no-show. So now let's go.
And welcome to Swol Life presents the Gregg and Joe Show. I am Joe. He is Gregg. And that is Swol Life.
We are living the swole life, Joseph.
Living the Swol Life.
I
Make sure you use this MSM 15. Save 15% at swollife.com.
I just did what I
Gregg's
tell
favorite.
people not. I just tell this is my favorite. I just actually took the. I did what I tell people not to do, and it's I took the powder and just threw it in the mouth and drank. You know what I mean?
He did one of those
Yeah, I don't like doing
walking lot guy. Yeah.
because I feel like you got to sip it. You know what I mean? But I'm shot, and I've been handling a bunch of shit today, so I figured, okay, let me just bang, and I swallowed it, and boom, the whole fucking. Scoop.
But you guys too can swallow it or mix it. Just buy it. Fucking go to swollife.com, MSM 15, save some money. Oh,
my
look at
favorite. My favorite for sure, guys.
Clean energy, pixie stick style. There's Hooga the Claus. Gregg, you survived the DEI airport. Now,
dude, you have no idea.
I hate to say you were right, but you were right.
I was totally right. Even Dave, who broke my balls,
All of them got
did a whole video.
Right?
Did a whole video complaining about that. Meanwhile, he tried to make me look like a Karen last week. Oh, Valentino. But wait a minute. I got the most interesting. Joe, I got a breaking news interesting story. I don't know if you know about this. It's gonna. I don't know.
You teased me at the intro before we started. I don't know if I
your
know it
nuts.
because I don't know what it is. Yeah.
Okay, Joe. I don't know if you noticed, but the Liver King was arrested. Did you see that?
The who?
The Liver King.
Oh, I had no idea. No.
Do you know why he was arrested?
For lying?
Nope. He was stalking Joe Rogan, and he wanted to fight him, and he threatened to kill Joe Rogan, and they arrested him today for terroristic threats and everything. The video's all over the place. You got to watch him get
out of here. I got to get on Twitter after the show and check it out.
I'll send it to you right now if you want. I mean, it's on. Alex Jones broke the story. It's all over the place where the Liver King fucking actually wanted to fight. Where's Joe Pietaro? Wait.
Why didn't Joe Rogan should have took him up on the offer?
I think because the Liver King has lost his mind. Joe, I think he's on drugs. I swear to God, I think
he was wacky from
he's got to be
one.
on drugs, Joe. Wait, whoop, I just clicked on it by accident.
Hey, Ronan, what's up? Hoog is here, Ronan's here. We got Denmark and Ireland fucking represented.
Joe,
the
here's
Liver King.
Yes, Joe, here's the actual. I am actually sending you the actual video that's posted online of him actually getting arrested. But it's a big thing. It's all over the place. He's like threatening. He's threatening Joe Rogan, and he was saying, you're in fucking, I'm not tapping out. I'm gonna, dude. He snapped though. I mean, you can tell he's not only. He's definitely on drugs. I don't mean steroids, but I think he does a lot of party drugs.
Oh, like he's
bro. If you watch the actual threatening videos, and his whole face was smashed in too for something. I don't know what the hell happened. I don't know if he's been training, dude. He really's nuts.
Let me check it out.
It's not a fake video. Here's the Alex Jones. I can send you Alex Jones talking about it. Right. It's all over Twitter. You can even play the audio. I mean,
who's the girl with the nice ass and the light blue jeans?
It might be his wife. It might be his wife. I'm not sure.
Okay,
his wife is there.
I'm in the van now. So that's his wife's video. Okay, I get it.
Now I just sent you Alex Jones it's all over the internet. It's everywhere.
Okay.
They show videos of him threatening Joe Rogan. He's he actually flew into Austin where Joe Rogan supposedly lives or something like that. And he was actually in a motel. What's that?
How stupid is he? He's putting it on social media, the threats.
Dude, he threatened to kill him.
That's,
He's been shooting guns and shit. Joe, I can send you a ton of videos later on after the show that if you watch this, he's saying stuff that he's not all there, Joe. He's not all there. He's like, I need to protect my family. So, Rogan, if you think I'm going to stop, I'm not going to stop. I will kill you. I'm not afraid of you. I don't care. Your MMA means nothing because I am afraid for my family and I need to protect. If any of you guys seen that, throw your 2 cents in and tell Joe because it's fucking crazy. He's lost his fucking mind. It's all over Twitter, Joe.
Yo. Hey, Dizzy, what's up? Matt Terrell, what's up, buddy? Yes, the Liver King. Gregg broke the news to me. I had no idea. The Liver King arrested for threatening, I guess, harassment, stalking, whatever. Now, where is Rogan in Texas? Where is he?
Yeah, I think he's in Austin, Texas, and that's where, because that's where the Liver King was. He was actually getting ready. He said, "Today's the day. I'm going to his fucking house. I'm gonna fuck him up." Like
now, what is the story? The backstory? Why are they have?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Did Rogan call him out as being full of shit, like everybody else has? Because he admitted he was.
I think he was saying stuff like, fuck the Liver King. I think he was saying stuff like, Rogan was mocking him, I think, you know what I mean? Because he's constantly saying he's natural and all this other shit.
Yeah, he's a joke.
He snapped. In his brain, he kept saying, listen, I have to protect my family, so I don't give a shit. And they show his wife down at the police precinct, like, say it to the cop goes, listen, I'm a cop. I don't know what to tell you. He goes, they say it's going to be an in and out thing. She goes, okay, what does that mean? He goes, well, they'll keep him overnight, bring him before the judge tomorrow. The judge is going to lay the charges on him and then probably let him go. But he's going to have like stalking, can't go around Joe Rogan, can't make it.
Order protection against, where he can't go anywhere near. And fuck the Liver King. He's lucky he got arrested and not killed like my little sister.
Oh, dude, Joe Rogan would wipe the floor up with him.
Yes, Rogan's a fucking.
Oh my God, you got to be kidding me.
More than one discipline too, I think.
Oh my God.
Greg, did you ever see the private videos of Liver King before he put on this macho person? He talks like a fanoik. Yeah. Oh, I love yes. See adage Hooga clause.
Yes, I have seen some of that stuff. Dude, he's not a tough guy. He's a nut.
I never saw anything about him other than when he was eating the raw meat. And I'm from afar. I don't know anything about it.
Joe, he was asking the fucking goddamn one cop when they're there to arrest him. He's like getting his stuff together. He's like, you know that there's 11 tenants of, dude, he's lost his marbles. I saw there was a video where there was a cockroach, a giant cockroach in his house, and he wouldn't kill it because he's like, first of all, bro, if you don't kill that thing, I don't care. You can live in a mansion. You're going to have 1 million of them fuckers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was huge, too. And he was like,
eggs everywhere. Austin, Texas. Thank you, Matt. Austin.
Right.
Matt.
See, some of these people are probably looking it up. If you go to Twitter, it's all over the place. Just Google Liver King arrested and you'll see videos and all this shit.
Well, I got the Alex Jones one you sent me.
Oh, he was even saying, there's something wrong with him. I mean,
that's Alex Jones. He was fucking
he was like, bro, there's something wrong with him. I mean, he was like, I'm on my way, bro. He's like getting ready to actually go to wherever Rogan is. I guess he's he's got like stalking charges, terroristic threats, all that shit.
Yeah. Joe was always saying it wasn't real, that he was on steroids. All right. So Rogan was basically saying the truth. Which the Liver King was fucking actually admitting on his own videos. Right? Didn't he come on crying, saying I lied about being natty?
Yes, but
I fucking don't really pay attention to him because he's a clown in my opinion.
But somehow or other, listen, if you tell a bullshit story so many times, eventually you start believing. Like like when they were arresting him, he was actually like, like the tenants, this, like he actually starting to believe that he lives this like macho shit. Meanwhile, he's shooting guns. There's a video of him shooting guns and everything. Yeah. Well, the cavemen didn't shoot guns, you fucking freak. But anyway, what I'm saying is that he, I think in his mind, because he kept saying Joe Rogan's threatening my family. And when you threaten my family, I will kill you. I don't care. I'll go to jail. My family's I will take, he was saying he's going to kill Rogan. I mean, like he was saying this shit.
and if when you do it online, not like in
Oh
person,
yeah.
it's different type of charge also. He was arrested on misdemeanor terroristic threat. Mike G, thank you, Mike, for the info on that.
Yes.
I would love to see this fight. Yeah, I think that would be good. But Rogan's a professional. This guy's a fucking clown. He wouldn't
Oh
even
my
go.
God.
He had to get him fucking locked
It
up.
showed like his little training thing for Joe, and he does this thing where he's like fucking skipping along the grass, like this. And dude, you
Yeah.
gotta see it. I was like, dude, it's almost creepy, like the girl that comes up out of the well and shit like that, you know, in the ring. You know what I mean? I'm just like,
Yeah.
dude, you got a fucking serious. He's like fucking beard is all matted and everything. It's like, holy Christ.
Fucking retard.
I wish
Charlie
I was-
Arms, wish I was 20 years younger. I would knock out
Well,
the liver.
let me tell you something. Charlie Arms would have fucking flea flicked him like this.
He uploaded a video of himself inside a crack den in Poland a few months ago when he was on vacation. He was smoking something with a junkie. So
See,
there you go. You just said
that's
he's
it.
on drugs, and you didn't mean fucking gear. You meant
No, I knew.
fucking
You could see it in his
shit.
eyes, Joe. He's talking like a junkie, like a fucking not a steroid guy. Like,
Yeah.
dude, you throw that fucking guy in jail, and you see him 1 month later, he's gonna look like a skeleton. He's gonna lose all that fucking, scuttle, all that fucking muscle he built.
Yep.
It's all nothing. It's all just puff.
Yep. Sammy Davis. Hey, Nick, what's up? It wasn't just that Rogan said he was natty. All right, let's see. Nick's got another one here. Joe said like a year ago that the Liver King was following him around at UFC events trying to get on his podcast and had people reach out to Joe, which denied. Now, Joe Rogan has the biggest podcast on the fucking planet. Why
But not
would
bigger
he
than
be the
ours.
Liver King?
Not bigger than ours. Let's just say that.
Yeah, no, yeah. Besides this one.
Not for nothing, but Joe and I, the podcast we did with fucking Muscular Development, that would have continued. Forget, because we were way before him, and we did every
Yeah.
celebrity.
And we had stars from all different fucking fields, like Joe Rogan. He's got people from everywhere.
He's got some of our guys, Ari Shafir, people like that. That's
Yeah.
not there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Those were our. But the thing is, he had to. I think in his mind, he wanted Rogan. He's just like one of these guys that stalk chicks and shit like that.
Yeah, like the Jodie Foster guy there that shot Reagan.
Right, because I think that they start believing like their own shit, and I think that he felt Joe Rogan was dissing him, but he kept saying in the video, it's my family. He's fucking with my family, and that I won't tolerate. If you watch the video, he's definitely on drugs. He's not all there. You can see it in his eyes.
He's trying to justify it in his own head. This could all be yet another PR stunt. Look how we're talking about it. It could be on his end, but I don't think Joe Rogan's involved in it.
No, Joe Rogan's definitely not involved. Joe Rogan wants nothing to do with him.
Yeah,
I mean,
the one we saw before.
For a PR stunt, if you get a fucking, he got arrested for a fact, okay, and he definitely got charges thrown against him. So for a PR stunt, if he happens to be anywhere near Joe Rogan,
taking it serious, yeah,
the cops ain't gonna think it's funny.
No. Oh, Megan, hello. How are you, ma'am? I hope Nathan's doing
That was
okay.
pretty quick there, son, Charlie Arms. Go ahead.
Honestly, surprised Gregg never made the trip out here to the West Coast to challenge Nathan, just like the Liver King. She's making a comparison with you and the Liver King, and Joe Rogan is Nathan's.
Well, Nathan's also a cop, so he'll shoot you dead. But
he even better. He can't do anything because he's a cop, on or off duty.
Oh, you're right.
He might as well just be in a straitjacket.
You know why, Joe? Because he's up there right off of Seattle, so you can only imagine.
The cigar store Indians have more power than the police. If it falls on you, yeah. He was always rich. At what point is enough to be happy? So the Liver King is rich. I mean, I guess because he was a big online guy. I don't know. Money? I don't even know. I have no idea.
Joe, he was rich before he did the Liver King.
Was
he? Supposedly he was a really good businessman and had businesses and all. But the thing is, what you guys don't understand is he was rich enough, like Andrew Tate, to hire a PR firm that goes around. Sometimes you think, like, when you see they're all over, they're on every fucking platform, and they do they have people posting those videos for them.
Yeah.
They hired I watched the Liver King video. The movie, Joe, you should watch it. I'll send it to you. You can watch it for free online. And it's all about how this, they were pissed off at him because, they believed all he was natural and all those fucking tenets. But the thing is, after a while, he starts believing, you start believing that you're really some sort of caveman. You know what I mean?
Fucking wackadoo, bro. He's fucking butts. Matt, he may be referring to his family because after Joe said he was a phony, he might have lost a lot of revenue. Yeah, that's a stretch.
No,
I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying, Matt, but I disagree with if that's what the Liver King is trying to justify it. You're fucking with my family. Like when people say you're gonna help, you're gonna make me lose my job, you're ratting me out to the boss or something. Now you're fucking with my bottom line.
I think it's more to his marbles. It's just like
Yeah.
one of these guys, like you talked about John Warner Hinckley, that started believing he was in a relationship with fucking Jodie Foster. Or whatever,
Oh, Hinckley.
You know?
Chapman was the Lennon.
Or Chapman, whichever one. I get them all mixed up. But
Yeah.
they start thinking that like he thought he was in a relationship with, like, you know, they start believing that they're actually in a relationship. So he might actually believe that Joe Rogan, if you're doing enough fucking mushrooms and bullshit, you start hallucinating. You start believing that, you know, Joe Rogan's trying to kill my wife and kids, so I have to kill him first. That's what they start believing.
Yeah, he gets himself hyped up. I noticed that in the Liver King videos, you will never see him swallow all the raw meat. He only chewed it off and they cut the camera. Like Victor Martinez with the protein powder, Robbie.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. I saw him kill a cow, right? They shoot in this video. He kills the cow. It cuts it open, and the son is like, you know, and the son goes, "Is that blood or what is all that shit?" And it's like he's like, "It's the juices. It's this, is that, you know." And he's like, "Here, try a piece." And the son, you can see the son goes like, ate a piece this big, like this. And then he goes, "You want more?" And the son goes, "No, I'm full." And he ate a piece this big.
I don't blame him. Megan, once the Liver King gets out of jail, my husband's going to write his book calling it Death, Drugs, and Liver.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I like that one.
Charlie / Megan.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You're funny.
Anytime, keep posting these comments. We like them. They're funny.
They're nutty.
that was
a great one. Death, Drugs, and Liver.
That was one of the best I've seen. I noticed in the Liver King videos, you would never see him swallow or shoot, and they cut the I'm sorry. I got to that one, and I wanted to get Megan's because I saw it. I skipped it. I mean, isn't it like when you eat raw meat, like when you eat like uncooked hamburger meat, you can get like that fucking what's that disease called that you can die from?
Oh, well, there's
not cooked enough.
What do you call it? There's also like trichinosis, whatever. You remember, like if you eat pork, you get that. You're talking about oh my god. Oh my god, I know exactly what you're talking about. I can't.
One of you guys, if you know it,
Salmonella. You know,
Salmonella. That's it. I knew it was like a guy's name. Salmonella from 18th Avenue.
Yeah, I was going to say, didn't you go to high school with him in Brooklyn? Yeah, Salmonella.
Yes. Corey Hanks. Hey, Corey, thank you for watching. I honestly never seen a Liver King video. I made it popular. Corey, I'm almost in your thing. I think I saw part of one.
I never saw one.
It might have even been like somebody else's video, and they were like Jerry Ward, and they were referring to him. I'm just giving an example. I don't think I've ever like voluntarily clicked on a Liver King video to see.
I never saw one either. I just saw that movie. I just saw the movie only because, you know, somebody told me about it. I was like, okay, I'll give it a try. I never saw his videos. I never watched one of them.
Yeah, I have
but
no
the
interest.
movie was like fucked up.
He was in good shape though. I mean, he looked big. He was
he's skinny. Like, you know what it is? When you see him with a shirt on, he doesn't even look like he lifts weights. What it is he's so ripped and shredded.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? For all the dude, if I did all those drugs, I'm a hyper responder. I'd be fucking 300 pounds. I wouldn't be able to move.
Fucking bazooka.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Oh, you know how much shit he does? Woo.
Yeah. Gregg, I got to compliment you for your honesty about disgusting vegan sandwich. Dave is a fake. Gregg was the only one. I did see that video and I thought it was funny, but I looked at that sandwich like you and I'm like, ugh.
Dude, all I ate was the
it looked
bread
disgusting.
And I took all that shit off there. And you know what's funny, Dave? I said to D, he goes, how does it taste? And I said, like shit. And he goes, you like it. You know, because he wanted that. And all of us, Jimmy, all of us, Arma.
Nobody
we're all
liked
sitting-
it.
Larry's like, what the fuck is this? Like, what is this? You know, in here, like there was like rice and some sort of. Nobody wanted, because Dave wanted it, and there was no other place right around there. So we got stuck. So I
There's
basically
not a lot
ate-
of places to eat in.
No, well, I mean,
Alabama.
but not where we were. I wanted to eat a bread and cheese sandwich. That's what that shit was.
That's really good for a diabetic.
Yeah, no, I was diabetic. And he kept saying yesterday, but you were eating all weekend. No, I wasn't. I lost 10 fucking pounds. We would stand on our
Yeah,
feet.
I saw when he was saying that. You
Oh,
got a cookie
fuck.
from Larry or
George.
something because you were
So
starving.
Larry gave me a cookie. Let me tell you something. We would eat at like 7 in the morning, breakfast. Then we didn't eat lunch. Dave ate lunch, but sometimes we weren't with him. We'd go different venue, right? And then we would eat at night. And then during the day, like Armand was giving me like, here's a fucking candy, like a protein bar. We were all like fucking dying.
Yeah. Those trips can, like when I do like the Arnold and Olympia, I'm fucking starving. I'm walking around all
Right,
day.
Joe, right.
It sucks. You want to fucking like just take an hour off and have a fucking meal.
Joe, if it wasn't for the Europa booth when we would go do like the
Yeah.
if it wasn't for the Europa booth and us going over there eating for free,
And looking at those,
forget about it. We
looking at.
you wouldn't eat because you're on your feet the whole fucking and it's sweating and there's breath everywhere and shit. It's horrible.
Crowded. It sucks. I can't stand when these vegans do that fake smile and say, "Oh, it's so delicious." Meanwhile, you can tell they truly want to puke.
Dude, did you see
I
George?
could never do fucking vegan shit. I would never. I would fucking die of starvation. I would never eat.
Dude, George is like, this is unbelievable. You know, like,
I'm a chef. I saw he's telling the girl.
he's a chef. He's a
That was
baker.
great. I thought that was funny.
He flew fucking jets in Iran. He did all that. Anyway,
The sandwich looked like shit. Fake vegan food is super processed compared to real meat. Vegans aren't that healthy at the end of the day. I can't see they don't get any fucking nutrition. There's no nutrients.
they're
in
all
there.
fat too.
Explain wiping Larry's omelet on there. He thought it was his. I saw the video.
What happened?
That was pretty funny.
Wait, did they show the video of that? I don't know if they did.
No, you guys were just talking about it.
Yeah,
on
we
the
were
show.
we were eating breakfast or something. I don't know.
You
And
said you thought it was your meal.
I thought it was mine because I ordered
With your
scrambled
kids.
eggs. So I was fucking around. I said, "Wow, it's fucking hot in here." And I took the omelet because it was, I made believe I was patting my head with the. And Larry's like,
You must have been like, "What the fuck?"
Greg, I think that's my omelet. And I go,
Yeah.
no. And then I open it up and there's all like peppers and shit. And then I'm like, oh fuck, Larry.
Yeah, but he
was a good guy.
Another
about
one.
it, though.
Yeah.
He was good about it. He didn't, they had to make him another omelet. I felt like an idiot,
Yeah, well, but I thought it was funny when
The funniest thing though
you
was
thought it was yours. You didn't do it to fuck with him. You did it to have your goof, with your friends.
the funniest thing is Joe. We had a small break, right? So we all came back to the a hotel, and then Jimmy was going to have lunch with, he wanted me to come with him across the street, and I said, well, my lunch is upstairs, Lucia. You know what I mean? So we had quick sex, and I ate the box and I ate the ass, right? And I came down, and I was like, man, my mouth is like fucking, because after you have sex and shit, right? So I got a Coke. I take it like this, and I go, oh fuck, and I look, and it's like, oh shit, it's regular Coke. And I don't drink that, right? So Jimmy will not drink diet soda. He only likes So I said, Jimmy, I can't drink this, bro. It's regular Coke. And he goes, oh, thanks, man. And he takes and he's just drinking. And George goes, he just fucking had his mouth on her ass and her fucking. And Jimmy goes like this, and he goes, Greg, did you just? Holy fuck! He goes, you give me this fucking soda if you had your mouth,
That's so fucking funny. Oh shit!
It was fucking hysterical. I didn't even think about it.
See, that's the funny shit that I told you you're gonna enjoy. You were like, I'm like, when you're there with these guys, shit's gonna just happen.
You don't realize it until you're like, I didn't even think about it. I'm like, holy fuck.
No, I know, yeah.
You're eating this shit, and then you got to run downstairs. So we'll get dressed real fast. We'll go downstairs.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh man, my mouth is all fucked from me. Like,
Yeah, well,
Yeah, and then so I'm like, let me get a quick drink, and I took it one sip, and I'm like, oh, this is syrupy. What the fuck? And I look at, oh fuck, regular Coke.
Yeah,
So I thought it was Coke Zero because regular.
It looked
Coke
the same. The black label. Yeah, I
That's
get
the
mixed
thing.
up too when I go to get my wife like at the supermarket. I'm like, wait, I gotta look at this double. You know,
Right. I just grabbed it because they were right next to each other, and I thought I grabbed a zero. And then I look at him, I can't, fuck Jimmy, I can't drink this shit. Here, it's sugar. And he took a sip, and he's like, and then
fucking
tells
George
him about that shit. And he's like, what the fuck?
Candace, what's up, Candace? There she is, single and successful. Gregg, did you make any love to your girl down south this month?
There you go.
Right on cue.
Down south and up north.
Yeah. Both sides of the fucking country.
Both sides of it.
Victoris. That's a new name here. Welcome to the show. When Dave gets back home, he starts eating normal food by himself, but acts like he's dieting around everyone else. I don't know. If you live with him, maybe you know that.
Listen to me. Even back when we were with MD, right? I remember we went to dinner with Triple H, right? And he was sitting there, and he's talking to us all about the keto and shit. And what was he eating? Pasta. I have pictures of it. We were like this. I even said to Triple H, look at that, the king of keto, and there he is. And I took pictures of him eating pasta. He was eating ziti.
And see, well, listen,
dude, he's the one eating all that vegan shit. He did a seminar. Joe, he did a seminar up there where we started off the seminar where, he was talking and he was saying, I wake up, I do the shot of glutathione and I do the shot of fucking, BPC 1.5, I do a shot of this. I was like, holy fuck, that's a lot of shots,
Yeah, I do a shot. I tell you one thing I would like to eat. The model Vince got for the Cougar cocktail, Gregorio.
Yes. Wait, where is it now?
Vince's Muscle Shop.
Well, and a drawing of her.
There she is. Look at her. And then Old Man's Tune-Up. Go to oldmanstunup.com.
Oh, well,
there's Vince, and there's the most popular man in Iran right now. Donald
right now,
Trump.
bro. Dude, Bunker Buster, right? That should be come out with. Bunker Buster.
That would be a good
Bunker Buster. You should come out with a supplement like that. Make it like hot stuff, where it's got fucking everything in it.
Yeah.
A scoop of this and like hot stuff. You fucking get jacked. You may shit your brains out, but it's got everything else.
But it works.
The pump caps, I really do take these, by the way.
Well, you're gonna see next week. It'll be Species Presents.
Bunker Buster. Bunker
and of
Live.
course, the plug for Vince would not be complete without some of the funny labels. There he is, Beta Male.
Beta Male
is the old bromance. Hopefully they can.
I think they did. I think they did it. I think he was kind of partnering with the Liver King or something. I don't know. I think.
And of course, there's Trump's mugshot, and also we love Vince's Muscle Shop. .com and also oldmanstunup.com. Make sure you go there, buy all of the shit for you and your broad, and tell her you heard it here on the Gregg and Joe Show. But speaking of the name Vince, we have someone else named Vince that I want to give a little. You know what? I'll let him say it for himself.
Hi, my name is Vince, and I'm the owner here at Chapel of Peace Cremation and Memorial Services, located in sunny San Diego. But don't let our location stop you from giving us a call. We ship nationally and internationally. We're here to help you with all of your family's needs. Whether we're talking about a traditional burial, a cremation, or an aquamation, we have you covered. God forbid something happens on the West Coast and you live in the East Coast, we can help you. If you need to go to another country of origin, I can do that. Call us anytime, 24 hours at 619-749-8560. I'm the owner and I'll answer. Paisan, I got you covered. I'm just kidding. That's for Joe and Gregg. But for real, call us anytime. I'll answer the phone and I'll help you.
Chapel of Peace. Here's their ad in the new issue. Right there in the main feature, no less, which is about the ghost story, Gold's Gym's ghost. And then we got a little thing. And look at Johnny's in there too. Look at his nice suit.
John's my guy.
There's
Coast
Johnny and Vince right there. Chapel of Peace Cremation.com in the new issue. Johnny and Vince, his son, thank you for supporting the show. As Vince, and of course, Swol Life, the title sponsor.
Right.
But,
So
yeah, imagine that. What's Aquamation? I got to ask them.
I don't know, but if you
I
got
don't
bunker busted, you're already cremated, so you know you might.
Yeah, they might need to go to send those fucking ashes from Iraq to somewhere over here.
You should call what's his name that does ejaculoid, and you should have changed the name of that called Bunker Buster, right? Because that shit fucking right. You bust a nut.
Oh. Was there any tension between Armand and Jimmy ever since
No.
Jimmy told Armand to go wash his Harley? No.
No,
Okay.
no.
So it's all in good
We actually
fun.
got along very well.
Jimmy should be glad it's on your dime. You have herpes. Oh, on your dick. Herpes, not your mouth. Okay. All right. I read it wrong. I'm sorry, Hoog. Charlie, Greg, have Greg tell us this. Tell the story.
Peter Neff.
There
Oh
was
my
one
God.
time back in the day, I knocked out Peter Neff for saying Greg wasn't natural way back in the day. Peter Neff, I don't even know.
Peter Neff is a great natural bodybuilder. He was the guy who helped me train for shows, and he was Dave Palumbo's first trainer. He's the guy who taught Dave Palumbo how to train.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
he was natural. He actually won the USA as a natural. His class.
That's fucking.
He lost the overall to my boy Leon Brown.
Well, that's not in the fucking be embarrassed.
No, but he
Leon,
beat guys like Tom Twillinger and a lot of guys, and he was 100%
major
natural.
guys, yeah, that were on shit. Feces nutrition with that's fucking. I said feces, but I meant
Feces.
Yeah, I'm trying to be cute. Good job, Hoog. Look, me and Hoog, Greg, I tell you, me and him, I think we're the same person. He just lives in Denmark and he's a little younger, a lot younger. We have a lot of times we're on Instagram. I'm saying something after he types in, I see it. It's like, and I didn't see it.
That's funny.
We're definitely cut from the same cloth. By the way, Greg, if you noticed, I liked your hijab Statue of Liberty tweet and then removed my likes because I remembered I have to keep my Twitter non-political. But I definitely agree. I lived it. I did see that on Twitter that the Statue of Liberty with the hijab.
Joe, do you believe the fucking guy that fucking, he's going to want to be in the mayor. You know that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Joe, you know that.
Easily. He's going to run away with it.
Curtis Lewa is kind of like Donald Trump. He would make a great fucking mayor.
I agree.
But he's not likable. When he does that, hey, what do you say? What do you know there, buddy?
Yeah.
He talks like that. And he's just people, I like him, but there's no way.
It's not.
He's just not like, there's no way. He couldn't win. He's not. So it's going to be either him or they're saying now, though, Joe, that Cuomo might run as an independent.
Yes, and Adams.
Adams is running as an independent. He just said it before I got on here.
Yeah.
And but, dude, you can't. If this guy becomes the mayor,
fucking
New York City is fucking fucked.
The only hope is that all three of those guys, this is Zakawi, whatever the fuck his name is, Cuomo and Adams are all lefty Democrats. So if they're all running, they have their own bases. Maybe it'll split the vote.
But who would have thought Cuomo would have lost like that? He lost.
He got his ass
decent margin. Picked. Yeah, that guy was like 52-48. That's 4-5. That's a big fucking swing.
Yeah,
I never would have thought. I thought Cuomo had it like in the bag.
I really thought Cuomo was going to win that without Adams in it. I thought Cuomo was going to win it, which I
young
can't
people
stand
today,
him too.
Joe, people our kids' age are really fucked. They're so fucked.
Well, they listen to this. Ooh, we're gonna get free this, free that.
Oh my God!
Wait till those government-owned supermarkets are around, Greg. Thank God we don't have to deal with that.
I can't fucking believe you're gonna.
Boroughs.
Dude, there'll be bread lines in New York City. You
Yes.
fucking people are stupid that voted for that. You're stupid.
You get
Government-owned fucking stores where they control what you eat, what you pay and shit.
How much they sell you? Half a loaf, not
Dude,
a full
he's
loaf.
huge DEI. He wants everything fucking. You have no idea. He's fucking. I mean, what kind of fucking Muslim is he? He's also, I think, pro-gay with all that shit. I don't understand it. He's fucking crazy.
Anti-Semitic. I mean, he's.
Oh God, he's anti-Jew. Wait till the big Jew business people in fucking New York City fucking have to deal with that. They'll find a way to get him out of there.
They gotta band together and do something.
The only way
Twitter non-political. I do the same thing, because I'm like on my fourth Twitter account. No matter what sometimes I delete after I type something because I'm like, you know what? it's not worth it. I'm gonna get fucking banned.
On
Either-
there, I don't care. I've already been banned once. On there, I don't care. You know, you just got to be careful on Instagram and YouTube. You know what I mean?
Instagram, yeah, I'm very vanilla on Instagram, even with my personal account, because I use it for fucking work. So
Yeah.
much crime from these carpet flyers every single day around here. Very dangerous people. Yeah, it's gonna be a very, very ugly fucking New
It's
York City.
bad. That is a.
They have no idea what they're in for. That's
I
full-fledged communism.
100%. He
Yeah.
says it.
He doesn't try to hide it. And
No,
that's
he says
like
I'm
you almost want to
100%
give him credit for at least not jerking people off. He's
He
saying
says
this
I'm
is
a
what I
fucking
do.
socialist. I am a social. That's communism.
Yeah.
Dude. You really want the government to control what you pay at the grocery store? Are you serious?
They get because they think they're gonna get it cheaper or free.
Oh my God, you people are fucking great. You New York City. It's the young kids that are voting for him too. It's our kids' age and fucking they're nuts.
Imagine no more mom and pop stores. There's one big fucking just big iron gate, and you can just walk in a little. You have time limits.
Yeah.
I can never describe how much misery Islamic immigration is in my
Unbelievable.
country. Any American would understand. Tell Joe about it. I you know what is? I try to understand, and I guess I could just because you describe it, and I could picture it, and I know that you're not a fucking, you know, you don't need to fucking, you know.
I've seen the
fluff it.
videos.
It is what it is.
I've seen the videos. You go on Twitter, they show the video. They show people getting
In
killed
Europe and
fucking
shit.
heads. They
Yeah.
show shit over there where you are.
Yeah, they show fucking guys. You know, what about that?
Savages.
I think the guy was white. He picked up that baby and body slammed the baby. I don't know if it was in
I don't want to
Disney
see
or
that. I
something.
can't. I didn't see that.
I didn't want to watch it, but
don't-
I forced myself just so I know
don't wanna
what we're
see
dealing
that.
with.
I don't want to see that. That's fucking
Yeah.
horrible.
Fucking disgusting. Yeah, and it's
Joe, I gotta
all-
pee again. Sorry, 1 second. Keep talking. I'm
No
sorry.
problem. Go pee. Go pee. Go pee. Hoog, I totally get where you're coming from, and it's like I was telling you, the only hope is you're gonna hopefully get some kind of fucking domino effect with the Poland thing and Italy, and you know, you got to hope other countries in that area, especially EU ones, get new leadership as far as from what direction they come in, left or right, and you hope that they come from the right, only because you don't you see what one does and you know that it's bad. I never I know you're a fucking straight shooter. I actually tend to do the opposite. Tend to give people the benefit of the doubt even when I shouldn't. And I was being like, why do I keep being naive? Because you're a good guy. Like I said, you said why does your mom believe the news? Because she's a good person and she was taught growing up the news was the news, and why would they lie? Their whole business is telling you what's going on. So you're not being naive. You're just you don't have that I'm a scumbag fucking inside, if you will. Sometimes you got to be a scumbag. I'm a scumbag sometimes. Like the things I tell you when we have our private talks, how I don't deal with certain things in life. I don't even acknowledge existence of it. And
Yeah, but
and
you
I'm
know-
a scumbag for that. Too bad. I don't care.
Speaking of the EU, Joe, did you see the way they kissed? They was sucking Trump's cock when he went over there.
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
the Netherlands. It was unbelievable. I just want to thank Donald Trump because none of them had the balls to do
Could
it.
never do it. And I'm not gonna lie. You know, I'm a Trump guy. I didn't like the bombing of Iran. And it looks like it might be going in the right direction. But I'd rather be an isolationist than because it
Yeah,
almost
but-
looks like, okay, we're doing something, and if something happens, now we gotta respond again.
No, but
No.
if you don't bomb them, though, Joe, they will use the nuclear. Even the EU, they were scared. Everybody's scared of them because they're
They're-
crazy enough to use
So
it.
why don't they do it then? They're a lot closer.
Because they're cowards. And Trump and what do they scream? They don't scream death to Russia or death to death to Finland or death to
Death to
they
USA.
scream death to America and the Jews. They hate Americans and they hate Jews. Okay, and I
Yeah.
think what they did was great because they precision, bro. They showed one of the guys and one of those generals that was killed. Bro,
Yeah.
they shot a bomb from fucking up in the high up in the sky, a big fucking mortar that shot through a window into his. I mean, dude, do you understand? That's like you.
Insane
That's like,
precision,
dude,
right?
my friend when I was young, my mom, you know Mike Ginusa, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I once saw him take a BB gun. He was a fucking marksman with that shit, right? And I saw a fucking bumblebee flying in the air, and he goes, "Watch this." And he went and boom, he shoots and he shot a bumblebee out of the air.
And those things
Now-
aren't accurate either.
No,
That's
right.
fucking
But
impressive.
that I know people like, wait, Greg, you're talking about a BB gun and a bumblebee. But what I'm saying is they're shooting from way up in the sky. They actually made it right through the fucking window.
Yeah.
The precision that they used was amazing.
Yeah, the technology and the
And they
science.
didn't, Joe, no Iranian people. I saw a video of that on Twitter where some people from Iran were videotaping when Israel was shooting the fucking, was shooting their fucking, the first night or two. And they were actually cheering because they can't stand that regime. They want that regime done.
They're living in the Stone Age. Yeah, it's
Dude,
disgusting.
I tell everybody that shit. Yes, I know that you go into Iran and there's videos. Look, it's normal, it's beautiful, nice streets, people sitting on. That's right there. Step outside of there, and there's still
like
people.
North Korea.
Dude, they're like,
there's nothing there. There was like
Joe,
big facades.
Joe, I always tell this story. My son came in a house here, and I had he goes to me really fast. They showed shit going on in the Middle East, right? And he goes to me, "What are you watching, Jesus movies?" And I said, "No. Wait a minute. Hold on a second." I said, "That's not because they're still walking around with tunics on and sandals, and I mean, you're talking about 2,000 years. They haven't evolved. I mean,
they don't wanna.
It's just like when you go to Africa and you still see these fucking tribal men like with the bone in their nose, eating a monkey and shit like that, and you're like, and they're living in a grass hut, and you're like, bro, you could give them a silver spoon.
What time is it, kid? Look what year it is.
You know what I mean? You show their youth what's going on over here. Show them a fucking camera and shit. They're gonna look at their fucking people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yep. Mike G, this is a good one. A cremation commercial on the bodybuilding channel. How fitting. Excellent. Good job, Mike. That's funny. Huga Claus. I don't even care if it gets new leadership, honestly, bro, but I know it can do 180 instantly, just having the insecurity. I don't even want that. It needs to be stable. He's talking about leadership in his country.
Yes.
Did Dave pull a Gruskin and make you guys pose down? And if so, who won?
Mike G. In other words, that's the same guy. Mike G is the same guy that's Charlie Arms and Megan.
Is it?
Yes.
Did you do a pose down?
No.
Okay.
But I've been in Gruskin. I used to tell you to strip down and you get naked and shit and pose.
Oh, okay. Now I put the name. I couldn't think of it.
Yeah,
Matthew's got to get back to work. See, Matthew, thank you so much. I don't know if you're still on, but I hope you are. Your DMs, me and him, we DM'd each other. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Matt.
Really good fucking dude right there.
Thank you, Matt.
Freddie Mac. Trump's the best guy around. What bombings? That is, remember the video of when John Gotti went to jail when Sammy flipped on him, and they were interviewing people by the Bergen Hunt and Fish Club, and there was this Italian guy who's probably like in his 20s, kind of chunky with a fucking crew cut. He was the best guy around. And the reporter from one of the douchebag news, like, but what about all the murders? And he goes, what murder? They actually found that guy now when he was on one of these mob podcasts. He looks so different now, but they found that, and it was like an infamous clip from, was it 91, I think it was, when Sammy flipped on.
Yeah, it was 91. I think it was 91. Yeah,
it was early 90s. So that's what bombings, Freddie Mac. Excellent.
How the fuck that guy goes around and talks about everybody's family and how he killed people and gets paid for that? And
Sammy, you mean? Yeah, and they're putting him on like fucking TV again. There's like some Netflix or one of these. They're all streaming bullshit. 1,200 miles away, Matt. I think he's talking about the bomb that you're talking about. Pretty amazing how those stealths flew from the United States, Greg.
Dude, how do you
30 hours?
Joe, let me ask you a question. It's 18 hours one way and 18 hours the other way. They said, what the fuck do those pilots do? You're sitting there for 18 hours. Now, first of all,
They had to
you know,
switch on and off. There's probably 2 of them, at least
yeah,
3
but
of them.
remember the movie I did, Bigger, Stronger, Faster? They had
Oh, the guys
in
with
there.
the pep pills.
They
the
were
pilots.
taking fucking speed and all that.
I hope that wasn't friendlies. Remember
But
when you
Joe,
hear the
how do you-
audio? Yeah, in the movie.
Where do you stop for food? I mean, like, what do you do? Don't you sit there and, like, can you imagine
take a
see the
shit?
film? It's bad enough you drive upstate and all you see is like fucking like evergreen trees and shit. You know what I'm saying? All right.
The Taconic. Yeah.
Right. And you're like this though. If the trees all look the same. Imagine you're up there, see nothing but clouds. You don't even see a road. You don't see
Night,
a fucking
Day, night again. Yeah.
Oh my God! Imagine that, Joe. Oh, didn't I see that cloud back there? Did I just go in a circle? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
oh, there's a middle finger. Oh shit! There goes a sheep. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
what do you do to keep yourself from fucking like?
I don't know. Those guys are fucking. They got balls. They're heroes, though. Mike G, thoughts on the Rafael Devers trade?
Oh,
to play first base. Oh, you're a Sox fan. I think obviously he brings a lot to the table talent-wise.
Wait
But
a minute.
he was a distraction this year, talking a lot of shit in the clubhouse.
No, wait a minute. I look at it different, Joe. He's Boston born and raised. They got him from when he was like 16 years old. Didn't he make the majors? He was like 19, 20. Okay, he's a Yankee killer. Yankee fans are like, thank you, Jesus. Thank you. They traded him right after after he won the game for them, beating the Yankees. They traded him next day. First of all, second of all, he was second in RBIs to only Aaron Judge. And you're going to fucking trade your best home run hitter?
I think it was a tough move, but I think they did it because there was a lot of bullshit.
No, they're stupid. They're fucking stupid.
I mean, they got some good prospects, but they want to win now, but they're not. I mean, they're not having a good year, even though
you talk to Red Sox
this year, bringing Crochet in and stuff. They spent some.
That
money.
was fucking a good move, though.
Yeah,
but Dave,
this one's a little tough, though.
I just called you Dave, but Joe, you can't. Joe, what prospects? They got that fucking washed up relievers. Fucking ERA was almost 6. You know what I mean? Like,
right or something. Yeah.
What the fuck? I can't believe. But I couldn't believe you got rid of Devers. He was your modern day David Ortiz. How many games did that fucking guy hit home runs in the 9th inning to win games for you guys?
I mean, fucking clutch. Yeah.
Oh, dude, he's a Yankee killer. You keep him just to kill the Yankees alone. I mean, I'm a Yankee fan, but I'm a baseball fan. And as a baseball fan, dude, you let Mookie Betts go. You let Xander Bogaerts go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they've traded a lot of guys that were like the kind of the fucking nuts and bolts of that team.
Joe, I forgot.
You know, and Betts especially.
I'm drawing a blank. I forgot the kid's name. The fucking pitcher that they let go way back. First of all, you let Nathan Eovaldi too. You didn't re-sign him, and look at what he is.
Yeah.
But the thing is, what's his name? Oh my God, the one that went to the Cubs. Fuck, you're talking over.
John Lester.
Yes.
The lefty.
Dude, he was in his fucking prime. He was your fucking baddie.
Awesome.
Another one. Killed the Yankees. He won. He helped you win that World Series, and you thank him by letting him. Dude, there's something wrong with the Red Sox, bro.
Yeah, Theo Epstein, when he took the Cubs job and he was on the market,
he got the Cubs to win the fucking World Series.
They won the series, with him on the team.
Unbelievable.
So we'll see. I mean, Boston's having a disappointing year. We'll see what happens. I think that obviously they didn't get equal value, but maybe they just weren't happy with Devers' actions in the dugout and in the clubhouse. Regarding Palestinian and Israel, all I know is I've never been robbed, assaulted, or anything bad by a Jew. Never seen a Jew riot, never heard a Jew raise his voice, I believe, unlike the others. They are, they don't
watch
heads off.
Didn't you watch the radical clerics years ago, 20 years ago? They were saying we need to infiltrate. We got to start sending, the Muslims, they got to start sending their people into all the countries to start, so they water it down. So they fucking basically invade. Dude, they're like dandelions. You understand what I'm saying? Once you get them on your grass, they're everywhere. Or cockroaches in the house. You know what I'm saying?
They didn't even have to sneak in. They were welcomed. They were shipped there.
In this country, fucking I guess over there it's
more in Europe, but a lot here. If this Muslim wins the mayor of New York City, they will cover up the Statue of Liberty's face.
Yes. What a hit job.
Nick, I feel bad for you, my friend, because you still got to deal with New York City, at least in some capacity. The only time I have to deal with New York City is when I go to the old neighborhood or visit my parents' Stones and
It's
fucking
bad.
Staten Island. Love you and your stories, Greg. You are a great guy from Maya.
Thank you. I appreciate
nice,
that, Maya. Thank you. You know, Joe, I got to be honest with you. This city is fucking savagery. Yes, Dubai. What does it say?
Look at the name. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, no, Jesus Christ. Don't do that.
Come on, guys.
Come on. Stop that.
That's not.
Don't do that.
Come on.
That's
You know,
not-
there are certain rules.
Yeah, you don't do
like
family.
in the mob, you can't fuck with a guy's fucking
Yeah.
family, and that's the same fucking
I know
rule
who
we
that
have on
is.
this
That's
fucking
Charlie
thing.
Arms is the same fucking person. Don't do that. That's not funny.
Yeah, come on. You can come up with
I
something.
didn't even see it
better
until
than
you said that. Yeah, but
that.
don't
We
do
give you
family.
credit when you say a good one, but that's
Yeah, but don't do
undecent.
family. That's
Yeah,
uncool.
that's
Especially unless
being
you
a
want
twat.
to, unless you have the guts.
You
And
might
we
be
don't-
like the Liver King.
Unless you have the balls to come on as your real self. As your real self.
Yeah,
But you know you don't have those balls. So
hang out with them in Alabama there. Dubai, Qatar, and Saudi Arabia are in caveman times, yet fake greasers Yanks are so civilized. You fake greasers Yanks are so civilized and progressive. I never claimed to be progressive. That's a fucking liberal fucking word.
He says this is the same guy fucking around. He's
Yeah,
got stuff.
that's all right. Everybody's allowed to write. I absolutely hate living in a blue state. Me too. If my family wasn't here, I'd move in a second. I'm sure you guys can relate. Boston is a Boston. Isn't it fucked up how Boston, when you think about it, you think of like the Irish gangs, Whitey Bulger.
Rugged fucking badass motherfuckers.
Yeah,
Guys who like to
tough.
fight and shit. And now they're fucking. You see their mayor, that Asian bitch.
Oh, she is hot.
I mean, like they're also just as fucking.
The same problem like the boroughs.
Exactly like New York City. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? It's all liberal garbage. I can't imagine. Even Boston, I was shocked that they would get a mayor up there that's so liberal and fucking.
She is brutal, but she's gonna look like fucking Mussolini's fucking daughter when this Zohar takes over. Oh, here's Megan. No hard feelings, Greg. Remember when you agreed with Nate to split the book 50-50? Well, he meant 50 for him and 50 for me.
That's better. Don't use my girlfriend's name. That's not nice.
Yeah, but,
I mean,
but
that's
this
better, Megan.
comment's funny.
No, that is funny. That is, but it's the same person doing that shit.
No, I know. Yeah. Change the other name and we'll laugh at the
Yes.
jokes. Here's a big inside secret I've been told by a pilot. Don't say it too loud because it takes away honor from them, but it's extremely easy to fly a plane, believe it or not, with autopilot. Oh, you say as far as hijacking.
Listen,
shit
you
goes.
ain't on no
Yeah,
autopilot.
probably.
You're not. Listen, you still have to sit there. You can't go in the back, take a nap and shit like that, and then wake up and how do you understand it? You see nothing. At least on a road, there's just they always tell you, Joe. Remember when I was younger, they used to say, "Don't stare at the fucking lines on the road," because you'd just be like,
It's like hypnotizing. Yeah.
But can you imagine driving? You see nothing. You see you're up so fucking high. You just see clouds. You're driving to it. You see nothing. Do you know?
And they couldn't talk. They had to maintain radio
Right.
silence. They had to. Everything was nothing.
Dude, you cannot cheapen that. You can't.
No, those guys are fucking monsters for doing that. In a good way. I mean, like fucking, ballsy. All a pilot needs to do is manually take off and land, essentially. Yeah, but to go there and have that payload that they had. And
It's way more than that. If it was that simple, me and Joe'd be up there. Hey, Joe, let's go.
Hey, what's right?
Let's go drop some bunker busters.
Like
man.
fucking Top Gun, you can wave to each other. I'm not saying you can jump on a plane and fly, but training is it is easier. But those things that they were using, those stealth B2s,
That is not.
those
First
gotta
of
be
all,
like
Joe,
fucking
crazy. Listen, I love you guys, but you're wrong with that. First of all, those guys are the G-force and all that shit up there. If you and I went up there, there'd be fucking vomit everywhere. You have no idea the speed that those things and the fucking those things move around. It's not as easy as you think.
I get sick on a fucking teacup ride when my kids were little.
Dude, I'm telling you, I can't. Me too, Joe. I go in a merry-go-round and I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm like, holy fuck, I'm gonna get. You have no idea what that's like. It's not that.
Any turbulence.
You can't brush that off. 18 fucking hours. I can't sit 18 hours on my couch and watch fucking TV.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a long time.
Miranda writes,
Where do you go to if you have to take a shit up there, Joe?
They
Or
had to
piss?
have like
They
little
gotta
porta
have a
potty.
bug house.
The Backhaus.
The
Jews
bug house.
created the chaos behind the scenes that don't have the physical attributes cause trouble face to face.
Well, do you know
I'm
what's
not
funny?
going to say they're totally innocent. I don't
No,
disagree with
Miranda
that.
writes.
You
Let
know?
me tell you something. You have a point there, okay?
He
Because
does,
and
yeah.
I'm all for the Jewish people, but 100% Israel, everything. But there is a faction of Jews. Remember, there were Jews, just like I use the Native American Indians. Fuck that shit. Okay,
Yeah.
I used them the same way when they were going out and a cavalry was going out and rounding up tribes, native tribes. They used other Indians to help them, and the Indians that the Native Americans that were helping them were looked at as traitors. But
Yeah.
well, it's the same thing. The Jews helped some. Hitler used Jews like here he is. He's a they were ratting on each other.
They called them the capos, K-O-P-O-S. They were the ones that helped run the camps.
Right. That was the
Yeah.
whole thing. Even with Schindler's List. I mean, he had that one guy.
The
was
guy
a
he
Jew.
kept bribing.
Right.
Right?
Was a
The guy with
Jew.
the glasses, he kept giving him the fucking stuff. Ben
Right.
Kingsley would get it from Schindler and give it to that guy to put more people on
Right,
the
but
list.
Kingsley
He
was
was
a
the Jew,
Jew.
that guy.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to understand. There were Jews that helped fucking set up the other Jews.
100%.
You know what?
All throughout
Joe,
history, it's been
Joe,
a lot of backstabbing.
What do you get from a lemon when you squeeze it?
Lemon juice.
You get juice, right? What do you get from an orange when you squeeze it?
Juice.
And what do you get from a synagogue when you squeeze it?
Juice.
All right, there you go.
Hey, look, we just mentioned Sammy the Bull. Even fucking guineas fucking rat on
Dude,
each
listen.
other.
Dude, Sammy the Bull was known if you're a rat, they'll fucking kill a rat.
Oh, he was staunch. Yeah.
He's making millions of telling stories that we did this at Joey Babs in the back, we cut his neck, we chopped up his body, we threw it, and then he's naming other guys' names. I'm surprised nobody has killed him yet. I got to be honest with you. And the fact that he's making money, if I was one of these families, imagine if you're one of the grandchildren or children or your brother or somebody, and he's talking about how they
He's bragging about it.
Dude,
about
I'd want some of that fucking money you're making, you motherfucker. Do you know he charges $70,000 an appearance? And let me tell you, him, Greg Scarpa's another one, the Angel of Death. I'll kill anybody who fucking look. They said that people, if you were eating a sandwich, if you got a fucking piece of bread on the side of your head, he'd fucking shoot you in the head because you disgusted him. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, he was a fucking informant.
He was an FBI guy.
How many people did YG Bulger kill? If you were a rat, he'd kill you, right? Oh, you're a rat. Meanwhile, he got killed because he was a rat.
Yeah.
They're all rats.
He got killed in a wild way, too. You've made me your scapegoat, Charlie.
Come on,
Craig
Charlie,
Velasquez. Hey, Craig, what's up, buddy? That guy who won the prom in New York City is trouble, and I'm a liberal. He's a cop hater.
Oh, yeah, listen.
All right, so Craig, so we will agree on politics once in a while, and I don't mind when we don't. Like I said, everybody has an opinion, and they're all
Joe. They just
good,
had one.
You know,
everybody has an opinion. They're like assholes, and they all stink.
And they all stink. Yeah.
Listen,
yeah, no, that guy is a cop hater is the least of the problems.
Joe, I just saw,
he doesn't even want them patrolling the streets in the bad neighborhoods.
No,
and you know what? You're doing the cops a favor then.
Yeah, well, yeah, but you wouldn't want to be on that job, dude. If you go like this and somebody said, I just saw that in a fucking videotape, you're gonna be like you're gonna be in jail. They're gonna lock up cops. That's what he wants. But I just saw they had one of his people on. That is going to be with him and everything. This black woman, and she's like, we believe it's not that we're anti-cop. She started that whole bullshit. Sometimes you need a counselor when somebody's in a crisis situation, in a suicide, or there's a domestic dispute. Sometimes if you had somebody in there said, "Listen, let's talk. What's going on?" You're out of your fucking mind.
Try that one night. Go ahead.
Yeah. You know how many cops get shot during there's probably more cops get shot during domestic disputes than there is in anything else.
Always.
Am I right or wrong, Joe?
Always a fucking melee at DV calls. And I heard another thing with Zakawi, whatever the fuck his name is, Zoran, saying in the busy neighborhoods and the high crime areas, who's better to relate to the person that the cop, somebody that's from the guy's neighborhood that looks like him, or a stranger with a gun? Okay, if you want social workers to go in without police presence, to try to talk to these people instead of making arrests and doing whatever. Have a day. You do, like I said, you're doing the cop that used to walk that beat or ride that sector car
yeah.
because he don't want to fucking be there because he can't do his job anymore. He's fucked no matter what he does.
They want neighborhood counselors, Joe. That's what they were saying.
Good, hire them.
You know,
Hire them all. Hire them all.
Watch what happens when the first one walks in there without a gun. He's not a cop, and he sits there and tells the guy, "Listen, we can talk this up." And he's shot in the fucking head.
And
because
this
the guy
fucking
wants to kill his wife.
He's just clipping him. I always tell him, if you think it's going to work, then do a pilot program. Start right now. Have one in each borough. And see how it works.
Oh, that ain't going to happen.
Right?
That ain't never work.
Nope. Joe, tell Gregg about the carpet fly who vandalized the library city and tipped over shelves and stuff. I got sympathy with the libs because he's from a country with chaos. Yeah, a library in Denmark, a place that people go, children, old people, you know, it's like a quiet, it's supposed to be like a library is serenity, right? It's supposed to have a nice talking, it's supposed to be nice. They all fucking, this animal came in there and started fucking making, you know, destroying the fucking joint. And it wasn't a bad thing. It was, oh, you know, poor guy. They felt bad for him that he did that he ruined this fucking place that they go to. That's the one nice thing. You know, it's like the innocent thing, a library, you know.
But if you keep allowing that, Joe, they allow that.
They're going to shut the library down then because nobody's going to go.
You know, oh, in his country, you know, guys attack girls. I remember, you know, my brother-in-law used to tell me, you know, he's Dominican. He used to say, you know, in my country, you could beat your wife right in front of a cop. And they're not going to do anything about it because that's between a husband and wife. We don't get involved in that. And it's the same thing in a lot of those countries in the Middle East.
Yeah.
They do, you know, your wife acts up, your neighbor could hit her with a rock, and you say it's justified. They're crazy thinking. But you know what? It's not. If you allow that one time, then they're gonna say, "Oh fuck, I could do this. I'll
get away with it."
Store. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Somebody's gonna do it just for shits and giggles, not because they're nuts. They're gonna do it to be assholes.
But he's been oppressed. It's just like it goes the same way with the reparations and shit. You know, but you know, blacks were enslaved. Motherfucker. That was 150 years ago. I don't want to hear that shit.
Oh God, I got nothing to do with that, man. My family tree comes from somewhere else. Some here to come and start more chaos. Yeah, exactly. You're right. They come here to start more chaos.
Okay? Yeah.
And what's the difference? Annie. Hey, Annie. Hey, guys. I got bad news. My cat. 14-year-old cat passed away in his sleep peacefully. Annie, I'm a pet person. I've had cats and dogs. I have one dog now. I've dealt with that, unfortunately, too many times. So my sympathies. They become family members, right? You had a dog. Do you still have the dog in your house?
Yeah. It's my daughter's dog. Yeah. But
I didn't know if you still have. I remember when you got him, you were telling me.
A Labradoodle.
Fucking animal pets are.
Oh, dude, I got all kinds of. I got turtles and shit. I mean, I love pets. I'm not crazy about cats. That's the one thing. I'm allergic to them. And I'll never forget the commercial. You ever see the commercial, Joe? I forgot what it's for. I don't know if it's an insurance commercial where the guy's sinking in quicksand and the cat's sitting there and he's going, "Go get help. Go get help." And the cat's just looking at him. Whereas the dog will go get you help or try to save your life.
They got weird personalities sometimes.
Right.
They're either very lovable or they're like hide. You know, but Annie, I you know, our condolences. It's like losing a fucking family member, pet, especially 14-year-old cat. That's
an old pussy.
That's an older cat. So I always tell people when they say I'd put my fucking dog down, my kids are crying. I feel like I said, don't remember the good stuff. Talk about the good stuff when you talk about the animal with your kids and your wife, and don't say, "Oh, it was poor. That thing died at the end. Was sick." Remember when he was a puppy? He did this. He ate this food, and we couldn't find it, and then found it. Fucking ripped this up. Talk about the cool stuff that cat did with you over the years.
It's definitely a family member.
Yeah, and get another one if you really want. I mean, that's, you know, we've replaced. It sounds terrible, but we've gotten different dogs after the dogs died. Gregg, it's true. Look at 9/11. Did you know how many months the hijack had studied flying? 6 months, and that was 01. Imagine the improvement in plane technology.
But that's a different story. Those planes are not flying in like fucking
in
speed,
a
the sound.
military
Yeah, it's a
plane.
different animal. That's a
Yeah,
different.
and it's just the length too. I
Dude,
mean,
listen,
it's like,
that's
stay
almost
awake.
like Joe. That's almost the equivalent of you saying, "Listen, the other day I was in a fucking, in a batting cage and I was hitting them 90-mile-an-hour pitches. A 90-mile-an-hour pitch from a batting cage is totally different than if you fucking got a guy from the. There's still guys in the fucking major leagues who throw in the 80s and shit. And guys who hit 100 can't hit that. You know what I mean? It's movement. There's a whole bunch of different
Placement. Yeah, there's a lot of factors involved. Yep.
It's not that easy. Trust me. It's not
Nope.
that easy. You're flying planes that are also loaded with bombs and other shit.
Yeah,
You know
those
what I'm
things
saying?
are spaceships. They look
Yeah,
like.
and then they get gas. You have to fucking float while the fucking other plane gas.
Oh, they refueled. I think they said 3 times each way.
So
Or
it's
something.
it's not like
Yeah, it looks like it's fucking it.
those guys. I hate to tell you who, but those guys that crashed the 9/11 planes, they weren't fucking. They just got on it to learn how to where I got to steer it into a fucking building. They didn't give two shits like, oh, we got
direction.
Yeah, the pilot is now put on the sign. They didn't do that shit. They just want. They didn't give a fuck if it.
As long as they knew
They
how
wanted to crash the
somewhere
fucking
else.
thing. Right.
Yeah.
They wanted to crash. Joe and I could have crashed that plane. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Skin Showcase. Hey, what's up, bro? This guy watches all the time too. G-force is acceleration. Do you think those B2s accelerate and decelerate up there? Well, however they go, it's impressive. That's all. RIP to your cat, Annie. That's terrible. Nice Hoog doing a little nice thing there as well. Son of Sammy. Maybe I'm wrong, but it doesn't seem like Charlie's type. That doesn't seem like Charlie's type of humor. Oh, he's saying with that other character. He's never gone low like that hack. I don't think it's the same person. Maybe not.
I think it is. I don't know.
Maybe not.
I don't mind playing around, but
yeah, playing. I'm all for playing around, but just family is off limits. Fuck with me and fuck with Gregg all day long. We laugh at it.
But you never bring family to it. That's a no-no. That gets you whacked.
Yes. Egregious. There you go. What's up, Egregious Blunder? Hey, Mamos, what's new this week? Have a good weekend. I had a nice weekend. I had a family. I had a family wedding. We did a lot of running around. It was beautiful weather. Gregg was in Alabama, hanging out, eating fucking leaves and berries on fucking bullshit on semolina bread. Johnny Pillman, you guys ever had any dealings with the legendary Victor Conti? I have not.
Yeah, he used to work with MD. Remember, he used to write
He's a
for
fucking
MD.
weirdo, right?
Yeah, he's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Patrick Arnold used to work there too.
Big guy. Conti was tall, big dude. I don't really. Never dealt with him really, though. But
as a matter of fact, Joe, where's Megan Jendrick on here? Because Nathan Jendrick wrote his book.
That
too.
book. Yeah, he wrote.
He wrote the book for Above Right.
Ah, that's what that was. Fucking.
So Charlie, hurry up and switch over.
So, yeah. Even if my dad hypothetically was a slave, he has to write in code and he's smart because he's proven that they will pull the comment before you see it. If you write certain words in it, because he's like, you didn't see my comment. He'll send me a screenshot of his thing, and I won't say that didn't show up. I would still not owe anyone reparations. If myself owned them, then yes, I would owe you, but I didn't. That's for logic.
Now go sue yourself. First of all,
the fucking Suki Mikatsu. That's what I tell them.
Dude, first of all, every one of them have.
Mikatsu.
They have, people that have slavery in their family. My kids have slavery in their family. My ex.
Are they going to get anything? They're going to get 25%.
They didn't get no guts. But the bottom line is, there's also
their last name.
Joe, there's also slave master blood in there. So go sue yourself.
You don't owe anyone an apology for being whatever race you are. I agree. Tito Ortiz, good show, Gregg. Step out of the car next time. Let's do it. As a matter of fact, Tito was in your column this month.
Yes, he was. Oh shit! I just caught why that guy said that. Maybe. Yes, he was.
Yeah, that's what it was about with the fucking guy up in the Upper Manhattan. Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
He had the Tito Ortiz haircut.
Washington.
Oh, so you read the article. He must be a subscriber. We might be able to figure out who he is. And thank you for subscribing. You guys have any Brighton Beach stories? I used to go to ARB. What's up?
I
used to go to Brighton Beach when I was a young teenager to take the sun and look at girls.
I went there
to deal with some of the local Russians.
Right, the Russian drug dealers.
Yeah, we were there, but for two different things.
I have to go in a couple minutes because my niece is already here. That's when you
Yes.
see me emotional.
All right, we're gonna wrap up right after these next two comments. Do you plan to go to Alabama? Yeah, you guys were saying you wanted to go.
Yeah, I'll
So
go
what
again
about
next year.
Priest going, Lee going also.
Lee's gonna go next year. Yep.
Yep, we gave Victor all of the money for his book. The only win two gold
Okay, so
medals.
now Megan's in.
Oh shit! Oh, so you were a little bit on the clear then.
The clear.
She was on the clear. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us on this week's episode of Swole Life with the Make America Swole again. Guys, you even get the fucking 50% off these hats. Come on.
I love it.
Go to swolelife.com and get your fucking 15% off. And every week, come here. Please watch Gregg and myself and all of you people that are here all the time. I love you all. Even Megan. Look pretty
Especially
cute in that
Megan.
picture there. But, guys, that's going to do it for us.
Thank you,
will
guys.
see
We
you.
love you.
Good job, guys. We'll see you Wednesday. Take it
We
easy.
love you guys. Thank you.
Bye-bye.